Hi, and welcome to 80/20 Guitar. I'm Jake, and I'm here to help you practice less and play more guitar. Please like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of the future lessons. Today, we're talking about bar chords. We're talking about how to make them easier to play and the one exercise you need to be doing to master these bar chords. Before we get into it, let's talk about a few mistakes people make. The first one doesn't have anything to do with you. It's all about your equipment. It's about the action on your guitar. Is it too high to play bar chords? All right, so what is action? Action is the distance between the strings and the frets. So we turn it up here, it's the distance between the string and the fret. If you can slide a quarter between the fret and the string, it's too far away. You're gonna need to take it to a luthier, get the guitar properly set up. It's not you that's struggling, it's your equipment. Now that's not gonna be most of you, but it is gonna be some of you, and I did wanna mention it ahead of time. So you don't spend months struggling to do something that the equipment just won't let you do. Now the next thing most people do is they play these chords over and over and over again, just tiring out their hand. They're just grabbing it and letting it go and playing them up and down the neck. And it's just gonna tire you out trying to play things in just one shape. You're only practicing one small thing. At 80/20 Guitar, we're all about what's the 20% that gives you the 80% result. And playing the same thing over and over is just not gonna do it. The next thing is people tend to play these in songs over and over again. So you're trying to switch from the C chord to that dreaded F chord, and all of a sudden, your time just comes to a halt. You're not in the groove anymore. You're not playing with the song. You're just stopping to get that bar chord right. It's a really inefficient way to practice, and it'll actually cause you to build some bad habits. Now, we've got one more thing to cover before we dive into this exercise that's gonna help you master these bar chords in 3 minutes a day of practice time. And that's a couple misconceptions about bar chords. I wanna make sure you are practicing these correctly. So the first thing is, people think you have to squeeze so hard when you play these bar chords. They're squeezing their index finger and their thumb. They're using this tiny muscle here that's just never really gonna get any stronger, and that's not the way we wanna go about it. What we actually wanna do is we wanna be nice and relaxed, and we wanna use pressure pulling back with our left hand and bracing the guitar with our right hand. And it's gonna give us a nice clean bar chord. And actually, we can play the bar chord without our thumb down at all. There's no squeezing involved. It's all about arm weight. Another misconception is that we only bar with our index finger, or only our index and ring finger. But really, we want to be able to bar with any finger when it comes to it. If there's something we want to play in a song, we have a certain finger available, we want to be able to make a bar happen with it, whether it's two strings, 6 strings, or 3 strings. Now, the last thing is a lot of people think you're supposed to bar with the flat part of your finger, but that's not the case. That's the part that bends. There's gonna be a lot of nooks and crannies for the strings to get into where they're buzz instead of come out cleanly. So what do we do instead? We wanna roll on the side of our finger, either back towards the nut for our index and middle finger, or up towards the bridge for our ring finger and our pinky. So we'll be playing on this plane of the hand or this plane of the hand, depending on which finger we're using. All right, all that out of the way, it's time to dive into the one exercise you need to master these bar chords. It's really simple and doesn't take long to do. What we're gonna do is we're gonna play 1 string, then we're gonna play 2 strings, then 3, 4, 5, finally 6. Then we're gonna move on to the next finger, do the same thing, and we're gonna cycle through all 4 of our fingers. Now I'm gonna demonstrate this for you. I'm gonna do it on a 4 count. I'm gonna add a new string every time I get back to 1. We wanna do this nice and slow. This isn't an exercise that's about speed. It's really just about moving your finger around and moving your hand to find out where these bar chords are comfortable. Now you'll hear when I get to my ring finger and pinky, I'm gonna have some dead space. I'm still working on it. I'm not perfect. It's really hard to bar all 6 strings with your pinky. And while that's unnecessary, we're never gonna be playing that, or at least in my 15 or so years of playing, I've never come across barring all 6 strings with my pinky. It's still helping me get my pinky in the right position to bar as many strings as necessary when I'm playing a chord. All right, let's get to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it. I would just go back, 5th fret, 1st string, and start that exercise over. Play that 3, 4, 5 times a day, and you'll find you're making bar chords really comfortably and easily. Not much time at all. Thanks for joining us. I don't know why I said that.